Hey, deserving listeners, it's time to continue our journey with Darcey and Stacey. Let's get to the show and see if anything of interest comes out of my face.
I don't want to wake up one morning and see another video, or you in bed with her, or God forbid you naked or some. Is there anything else I need to know?
Oh, listen to me. But nothing happened. Yeah, I never sleep with her.
Okay, so he's saying what you would think one would say, but what would be more convincing is if he had a story to tell us as to who is this woman? How did those pictures happen? How did he end up in her room? Why was he on her bed?
I mean, I don't want to have to keep doing this, Florian. I need to know what happened. Where was it?
This girl in the coffee and tell me, come here to.
So she lured you to her room?
Yeah.
Did she try to kiss you?
Just try.
Okay, so if I'm hearing this right, they met online and she lured him to her hotel room. Now, what about the pictures where his shirt is off? So, I don't know, maybe he'll have a story for that.
It's not like to kiss me, but it's like to take the picture. Oh, I'm kiss her. I understand this kind of thing.
To trick you into kiss, to make it look like you guys are together.
Yeah. Listen to me. Everything was me see 2 hours in my life. It's not my life, this girl. I don't live life for people. I live life for you.
Okay. I mean, it's still so there is a version of the universe where he did cheat on her. He's not telling her the whole story. And he's telling the truth when he says that he loves her and he doesn't want to be with anyone else and that he is truly invested in the relationship. That's possible. I just wish that Florian would say more things about what was going on. You know, why did he go to the room? Because that alone is at least a little bit of a cheating. It's like, okay, how could she lure you to a hotel room? Because I'll tell you for myself, as a married man, there's really nothing a woman could do to lure me to her hotel room. Like, how could that possibly look? Like, I don't know, if she said, if you come to my hotel room, nothing will happen and I'm going to give you $1 million. I guess, that would lure me. I wouldn't believe it and I wouldn't go. So that's at least a little bit of a cheating, right? And if you had some explanation around that, like I was weak at the time, I was drunk, you and I had that fight, like just something to let us into his inner world so you understand how he operates. And we're not hearing that. So there's just so many question marks.
So you've not been in any communication?
No, I not been in communication, nobody.
Can I check your phone?
Yes.
Trust me, I want to put this to bed. I want to be done with this. So I need to make sure, because I know you.
So we're returning to that dynamic of mother and teenage boy. His demeanor comes across like a child. No, whenever you hear whining and I didn't, we'll rewind that and watch it again. I'm not mocking him. I always say that. I'm just emulating what the vibe that someone gives off. And then she clearly has a mom vibe of just like, I'm going to check your phone. I have the rules here. Now, I get it from her standpoint, but it's not a good way to start a relationship. And I've said this before that almost all couples that came to me, there was almost always some kind of dynamic there where one was the parent and one was the child. And when they got stressed out, they particularly polarized.
Listen to me, everything was me see 2 hours in my life. It's not my life, this girl. I don't live life for people. I live life for you.
So you've not been in any communication?
No, I not been in communication, nobody.
Can I check your phone?
Yes.
Trust me, I want to put this to bed. I want to be done with this. So I need to make sure, because I know you do the same thing to me, so.
Now, of course, I'm sure many of you are thinking that he knew that he was going to be confronted on this with plenty of time to prepare his phone, to scrub any evidence of any kind of, problems. And so, I don't know what this exactly says.
Right now, I just want us to always be open and honest with each other and be able to trust each other and never to be in this situation again.
I come here to start new life here together. For what I come here, so you're my important.
And you're my important too. He shouldn't have gone to her room. He messed up. but I forgive him for that.
Why have you forgiven him?
Even though he was caught in her bed in the video, he looked like he didn't really want to be there. You could just sense that it was like a setup. Didn't really look like a lovey-dovey video post.
Now, I'm sure a lot of people watching this would yell at the TV screen and say, Stacey, you're so stupid. You're so delusional. You're seeing what you want to see. Why are you doing this? And okay, I don't know what to think because I don't know what happened. I don't know the bond that they have. What I would really want to know is, what does Stacey want? How does she feel? And does she feel like she can assert this? And does this couple have a way of recovering from what was at least a small infidelity, if not a large infidelity? You know, how is this couple going to recover moving forward? It's very easy from the outside to just simplify this to like, Stacey's stupid. She's believing a narcissistic sociopath, which the internet will call people like Florian. She's being gaslit, this kind of thing. It's easy to say that and just move on. It's like there's a good person and there's a bad person. There's a stupid person and a bad person. And, you know, you can wash your hands. It's very simplistic conceptualization. You can walk away and you can judge people. But usually people are a lot more complicated than that. There's a lot of people out there who are in complicated relationships where they have events like this that are happening. The bottom line is that Stacey and Florian both have attachment needs. And maybe by doing what they're doing right now, it's them getting their attachment needs met. Because the alternative for Stacey is to break up with him, right? Which is what I'm guessing a lot of people would want Stacey to do. You know, dump him. He's gaslighting you. And then what? Well, then she's alone. She has to start over again. Maybe she meets someone else that also does occasional things like this. Maybe Stacey has done things like this. We don't know. Maybe Stacey's just better at hiding it. Maybe she can relate on some level of just like, you know what? It was 5 years. We barely saw each other. I had a couple things on the side too, and I kind of get it. And so, you know, I'm a big girl now, and I realize that life is messy, and yeah, he did something. I don't know exactly what he did, but I trust him enough anyway to move forward with this relationship, and I think things are going to work out. And maybe he will cheat on me again, but you know what? Things happen, and I believe in our love, and I'm willing to take a risk on that. So I don't know if that's what's happening, but that would be the stuff that I want to get at with her. I'd be like, how do you feel? You know, what's going on in your mind? Are you in connection with what you want? Or are you just so unconnected with your need center that you're just reacting to what Florian is pressuring you to do, and you're not really in connection with your needs and what you want, and no one has ever really asked you, what do you want? Everyone is just reacting to what they want you to want.
So I choose to believe him.
I love it. Would you like to marry me?
Again?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, baby. We will not be defeated. We want to be together. We are stronger than this. She's not gonna break me down, that's for sure.
Weird. It's just, I don't know what to make of Florian's face right now. There's just so much not there. And English isn't his first language, obviously, so maybe that's a factor. But I would just think that someone in his position would be like, yeah, I made a mistake. I believed someone. I was weak in the moment, and I'm just so happy that Stacey is willing to give me another chance. And I'm so happy that she trusts me, because she should trust me, because I'm nothing like this is ever going to happen again. I love her. I don't want to jeopardize that. Just something along those lines. But there's just such a lack of him telling the world, or her and us, as a consequence of the cameras being on the both of them, what's going on in his inner life. That's always what I'm looking for as a therapist, and really just as a human being, is what's the inner life of the person like? What's going on there? Because when people can know that and express that, I have a much easier time understanding what's happening for people. And for Florian, and kind of for Stacey too, we're not hearing much of that. Now, the show isn't necessarily oriented that way, so maybe they do have a rich connection with a rich inner life. But I'm not hearing it, so I worry about the two of them, in that I wonder if they are in connection with that, And if they are, I worry that they're not able to express that or hear that or be interested in that in the other person. I don't know.
So my side of the story is that when Florian met me through Instagram and he was like texting me messages, he wants to know who I was. And he was complaining that he's 4 years in a relationship with your sister, Stacey, and that he gets tired to be on the lace, just like a puppy. And he makes me believe that he's not together with Stacey. I am so mad at Florian too. Not only to Stacey, I am so mad of the situation.
All right, interesting. It's just hard to know what the truth is here. You know, someone is lying or everyone's lying. It's just so hard to know. Things aren't looking very good for Florian in terms of what she's saying, but you know, she could be lying too. It's just hard to tell.
I feel that I am the victim in this situation.
You're the victim, but so you never lie. So you never lie.
I'm not lying to you. I am telling you what is going on and what happened.
This is becoming a very, very draining situation, and I just want to know what happened. Keep it simple, honey.
I am not your honey, okay? And it's not my fault that Florian's sugar want to taste my honey, okay?
Sugar? What kind of sugar are you talking about?
I'm not your honey, and it's not my fault that his sugar wants to taste my honey.
Keep it simple, honey.
I am not your honey, okay? And it's not my fault that Florian's sugar want to taste my honey, okay?
Sugar? What kind of sugar are you talking about?
He's the sugar, Florian.
Oh, and you got honey? Why would sugar want honey?
I mean, if I was arguing with someone in a language that wasn't my first language, I'm sure I might get a few words mixed up there. Or maybe there's different idioms where they're at. Who knows? It just kind of had a Borat feel to it. But, you know, what are you going to do?
Wouldn't honey want, like, bees or something? I don't know. I'm confused about that little scenario right there. But I call bluff. Because right now, you're talking bull. I want to know the story. Did you have sex? Yes or no?
What do you think?
So this person is coming across in a very odd way, I just have to say. She doesn't seem to be a very credible witness, if you will. Now, maybe she is credible, but her way of coming across is very odd and gamey, if you will. The plot thickens. And I just feel bad for Stacey, I guess, you know, that. So what's going on here? Is it possible that this other woman is playing a game and trying to frame Florian? I mean, given her demeanor on this call, it certainly seems possible.
She's playing me for a fool. I don't like it. I'm going to give it right back. If she's dishing it out, I'll dish it right back.
Girl, you looked at the pictures said it all.
Yeah, the pictures look fake, honey, just like you. It's just staged photos so you can get attention.
Well, ask to Florian.
Seems like there's two people playing games. This chick and Florian. But she's being very elusive and she's actually enjoying it, which is very disgusting.
The response we're getting from her is just so confrontational and so gamey that it just throws everything off, and it does kind of lend itself to what Florian is saying, is that he was lured into the room and manipulated to make it seem like he was having an affair when he wasn't having an affair. It kind of supports Florian in a way, like how weird she comes across. It supports the idea that he is innocent, or at least kind of innocent. But I don't know, and I never will know probably. And I'm okay with the ambiguity of not knowing. How could I know? I wasn't there.
And you know what? I don't play that game. So I need to shut this down. Real quick. Stay out of our life. Stay out of our life, honey. Keep laughing. Yeah. You know what? Bye, bitch.
I mean, it couldn't get more cinematic than that. If you cast someone as the evil Darcey Stacey, it would be that woman. It's almost like they cast her or put her in makeup to make it seem like she is the anti Darcey and Stacey. And that cackling, it was like the evil arch nemesis cackling. Let's watch that again.
This chick in Florence, but she's being very elusive and she's actually enjoying it, which is very disgusting. And you know what? I don't play that game. So I need to shut this down real quick. Stay out of our life. Stay out of our life, honey. Keep laughing. Yeah. You know what? Bye, bitch.
I mean, it's like out of a Disney movie or something. If Disney made a reality TV show about, the good princess and the bad princess, or the bad witch, I suppose.
How much is real and how much is not real, I still don't know. If something did happen the way that she's explaining it, I don't think I'll ever be able to trust him. But at the same time, I don't trust her either.
Are you going to tell Stacey about talking to Shanti?
I don't know what I'm going to do.
All right, well, that does it for that episode of Psychology in Seattle. Everyone out there, please take care of yourself. Get to know yourself. Get to know your needs. Express them to others in a non-accusatory way because you deserve it. You really, really do.